Heroes are made by the times. Hello and welcome to WMT Reviews. I am Wiseman Tanofsky, and today we're taking a look at Star Wars The Clone Wars Series 1, Episode 8, Bombad Jedi. 12th episode in the chronological continuity, Bombad Jedi sees Senator Padme Amidala travelling to Rodia, where she is betrayed by her desperate uncle Onaconda Farr, voiced by D. Bradley Baker, and turned over to Trade Federation Viceroy Nute Gunray, voiced by Tom Kenny. Mistaken for a Jedi by the droids, Jar Jar Binks, voiced by Ahmed, must overcome the droids to rescue Padme and call for help from the Republic. Okay, this episode has a glaring problem right from the moment you read the title. Yep, the fact that it's a Jar Jar episode. As one of the most universally hated characters in all of Star Wars, there are some viewers that will blast this episode simply because of the sight and sound of him. And the episode suffers from exactly what you would expect, an annoying overuse of clumsy slapstick and ridiculous fortune on the part of the Gungan lead. As well as this, it's the second time Padme Amidala takes centre stage and the second time she's immediately captured and needs rescuing. True, it's also the second time she immediately escapes of her own devices and uses her skill and cunning to win the day, but this seeming reliance on the save the princess motif, or in this case, save the senator, while being extremely reminiscent of the first Star Wars movie, is a very lazy plot device, and it detracts from the very strong independence of Padme's character, something I don't appreciate. Ahmed unfortunately holds the majority of the episode as Jar Jar, and yeah, I hate this character and everything he represents. What with the overuse of comic relief to pander to younger audiences being one of my main criticisms of the series so far, with the battle droids usually being the key perpetrators of this, Jar Jar's very existence is an affront to Star Wars as an entity, and the less I have to see him, the better. And it's not just the slapstick or the ear-piercingly annoying voice. It's the fact that he never learns anything. This character never develops in any way. He just stumbles through the story, smashing ships, putting allies in danger, and always comes out on the other side without a scrape. It was interesting, on the other hand, to see the development of Padme's character through her relationship with Uncle Onda, with the main lesson of the story focusing around how smaller people are often forgotten and driven to desperation in times of crisis, and it's good to see that character grow over the course of the episode. This episode sees the first appearance of Viceroy Nute Gunray, head of the Trade Federation, and seems to continue his story arc from Attack of the Clones, being that his entire existence seems entirely focused on destroying Amidala. It makes his character very narrow, however, as we know now every time he appears it'll be the same story, and it just may get repetitive depending on how often he does. But as one of the key separatist leaders, Gunray is sure to make a return in the future despite his capture at the end of the story. Overall, your enjoyment of this episode will depend greatly on your opinion of the Jar Jar character. If you like him, great. You'll probably enjoy this episode. If you don't, then you won't. As for myself, I see Binks as being a major problem in an otherwise very important story, telling of how desperation can lead even the best to make the wrong decision for the right reasons. The Rodians' alliance to the Separatists was done to protect their people, but they learned very quickly it was the wrong thing to do. So for that, I suppose I'd put this episode at the halfway point, with a 5 on the Orsometer. It's not for me due to there being too much Jar Jar, but there's an important lesson to be learned in the midst of all the slapstick. So that is a 5 on the Orsometer for Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 1, Episode 8, Bombad Jedi. I've been Wiseman Tanofsky. This has been WMT Reviews. Thank you very much for listening.